The amount of knowledge in the universe is doubling about every 3 or 4 years. So about half of what a doctor learns in med school is obsolete by the time he begins practice. This physiciancliffnotes.net site provides timely research to keep doctors and interested people up to date. Now, before we discuss the wrinkle rid and how cancer barriers react together, here is a current article in today's newspaper that the following cliff note already exposes. Right? Atlanta paper says a cure for the common cold. Medical Research Council's Laboratory of Molecular Biology in Cambridge, this is from the United Kingdom, has been able to show for the first time that the body's immune system can destroy the common cold virus after it has invaded the inner sanctum of a human cell. More generally, it aids in our understanding of immunity and infection. Right? I promise you that this cliff note was written long before this article came out in the paper. Now, what you need to remember, and incidentally we wrote it down so that we can get too verbose and boring. The skin is the largest organ of the body. It's like a bank or an armory. It's largely composed of stores of omega-6 fatty acids and the hero cholesterol. And it's held together by the collagen matrix. And this matrix holds the whole body together, and it's composed largely of mineral ascorbate, C. Now, when the UVs of the sun bathe the skin, the hormone vitamin D3 is formed. This is the trigger, this D3, that initiates many of the activities in the human body. One is the destruction of pathogens like cold viruses, flu viruses, cancer cells. The average person is estimated to have cancer anywhere from 6 to 10 times and more during their lifetime. But the body's immune system, when it's strong, it overcomes it. Now, before we go to the one primary cause of all cancer, let's explain the immune system itself. Each cell in the body contains hydrogen dioxide. You know it commercially as hydrogen peroxide. And you learned in grammar school as H2O2. Right? And of course it also contains, each cell contains the enzyme catalase. Now, when the body has plenty of ascorbate mineral C, in conjunction with that trigger, with vitamin D, C is the ammunition, D is the trigger, right? It forms plenty of H2O2, the hydrogen peroxide. Now, the catalase in the cell breaks down the H2O2 into H2O, which is harmless water, right? And O, which is a singlet oxygen molecule. This is a bullet, if you will. Now, the body's immune system, when it contains plenty of the mineral C, creates all these little warriors. They're lymphocytes, T cells, macrophages. Right? The vitamin D identifies these pathogens, these invaders, or these little bugs, if you would, and says, sick 'em. Well, the warrior cell zaps that cold virus, or that flu virus, or that cancer cell with that little singlet oxygen bullet. It kills it immediately. The warrior cell then engulfs its prey. It's got little tentacles on the inside of it, and takes those little tentacles and just rips that little germ or whatever it is into little pieces. And then it morphs or transforms itself into a garbage man. And it carries its load back to the liver. Now remember, the liver is where all toxins are processed. Now the liver uses its proteolytic enzymes to clean up the little garbage man, to recycle him, and turn him back into a warrior, and send him back out on patrol. Now this battle is always going on in the body, because the little pathogens, the bugs, they're always there. The average person has colds or flu 2 to 4 times annually, and they invariably say, I caught it from somebody. We blame it on somebody else when we're the real culprit. We didn't give the body what it needed to maintain its immune system. Now, we'll put the rest of this article up as soon as we finish condensing it. so it doesn't get too long and boring, because I was beginning to ramble a little bit just now. So if you will, please just enter your email. We'll send it to you. And we'll also let you know about some samples of these cold kits to rid yourself of your colds very simply, very easily, and within 2 to 25 hours. Thanks.